All right, guys. Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Wellness Chat Wednesday. I'm super excited to be here with you guys tonight. I'm finally feeling a little bit better. I've been sick over the weekend, so I thought I'd take some time tonight to start talking a little bit about how we can ward off sickness and why self-care is still important. So let's go ahead and get started right now. All right, like I said, so we're going to be talking about some different ways that you can ward off a cold quickly if you do happen to get one. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about why exercise can actually help you get better faster, which is really cool. So I'm going to start off. I just have a couple tips for you guys. I have like 5 general tips on how you can kind of ward off a sickness quickly if you do find yourself catching a cold or catching the flu or something like that. So if you have your own cold remedies or you have any comments or anything, make sure you leave them as we go. And so let's get started. So the first one, hugest tip, number 1 tip is hydrate. Hydrate, 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 hydrate. I probably don't even need to tell you this, but it is super important that if you feel like you're getting sick or you are sick, that you are making sure that you are getting your water intake for that day all the time, the whole time that you are sick. If you are not a big water drinker, or maybe your throat is sore, cold is kind of sensitive for you, just drink a cup of hot water. It doesn't have to be tea. Tea will also work. Tea is a very, very good remedy for colds as well. As I found out this weekend, I had tons of cups of tea. But just having a cup of hot water and sipping on that can really soothe the sore throat, and you're still getting your water intake. And as you know, when you eat hot things, if you have that steam coming up, it's also going to help clear out your sinuses as well. So the biggest thing with hydrating is do not chug. Do not chug your water. Chugging water is never good for you, really, in any aspect. But especially when you're sick, it's good to just take sips, sip on it, enjoy it, especially if you're drinking tea or hot water or something like that. Obviously, you're going to be sipping on it. You're not going to be chugging it. But if you're just drinking regular tap water or room temperature water or bottled water or something like that, don't force yourself to chug a bunch of water at once, because you will make yourself feel nauseous. Just sip on water periodically throughout the day, but make sure you are forcing yourself to take a few sips. I think somewhere, or maybe this was one time I was sick, my grandmother, somebody told me that you should just be taking a sip of water like every 15 minutes. Take a drink and then wait 15 minutes and take another drink. If it's hard for you to keep it down, this could be even easier. Just take a drink, wait a few minutes, take another drink. Don't try to just force it all in at once. And some other things that count as fluids, obviously water and tea, but if you're eating soup, broth counts as a liquid. It'll still open up your sinuses. It makes you feel better. Everybody knows chicken soup for the soul. Whenever you're sick, the first thing we go on is our chicken soup. So broth counts as a fluid. Broth helps you stay hydrated to a certain degree. Now, if you're, obviously if you're eating a soup that's full of salt, it's going to dehydrate you. So try to steer away from really, really salty stuff. But getting that broth in you at least is a form of liquid. And obviously you can drink juice. A lot of juices have a lot of vitamins, vitamin C, things like that you need to help you get better. But just be careful that you're not drinking a juice that's full of sugar. And we're going to talk here in just a few minutes about why you want to try to avoid things like sugar, especially when you're sick. So let's move on to that right now. Let's move on to my tip number 2 after hydrate is eat healthy. Eat better. You're sick. Your body needs fuel that it can process and process quickly, so that especially if you are, sick, throwing up, and you can't even keep anything down, it's really important that you eat healthy foods. Eat things that are good for you. You want to avoid foods that are greasy and sugary, because those type of foods take more energy to process, and if you're taking energy away from your body fighting whatever virus or bacteria that is invading it, then you're not going to have that energy to digest your food. So if you're taking the energy away from fighting the disease, obviously you're going to get worse. So don't flood your body with greasy, sugary, fatty foods that take more energy energy to process. And alcohol, you want to avoid alcohol. Alcohol already makes you sluggish, and it has sugar and other things in it too. A lot of them do. So just want to avoid alcohol while you're sick as best you can, and try to stay away from those foods like greasy, sugary, dessert kind of foods. Some good things that you can eat: yogurt with honey is a really, really good option. Yogurt is full of good bacteria for you, so if you're putting that good bacteria into your body, it's going to help fight off the bad bacteria. But also, if you're putting honey on it, honey helps ease your throat. So does yogurt. You're getting antioxidants. You're getting protein. You're getting those good, those good biotics. Also, with soup, we were talking about eating soup before. Soup is a really good option, especially chicken soup, because you're getting protein from the chicken. You're getting hydrated from the broth. You are getting most chicken noodle soups have carrots in them, which have beta carotene. If most chicken soups have onion and garlic in them in some fashion, and onion and garlic have antibacterial properties. So that chicken soup, that's why chicken soup is so good for you, because it has all of those things in it that you're looking for, plus the warming sensation to help open up your sinuses. And then along with that, the warming sensation, spicy foods are really good when you're sick. Not only are spicy foods good for you because they, obviously boost your metabolism, but they also will help to clear out your sinuses. Think about any time you've eaten anything spicy. Your eyes start to water, your nose starts to run. That's a good thing when you're sick. If you're all blocked up, loosening that up can feel really, really good. So spicy foods are another really good option for something to eat if you are sick. Like I said, if you have any other good cold remedy food things that you like to eat, drop them below. But just generally try to stay away from sugary, bad foods, and try to eat more foods that are better for you, like veggies and fruits and things like that, protein, that kind of thing. So let's move on to tip number 3 is, if you are a person who works out, obviously when you're sick, you're not going to feel like working out, but working out can actually help you, but you need to listen to your body. So if you are obviously running a fever, you are, really, really sick with the flu, you're throwing up, things like that, obviously you're not going to want to do a strenuous workout. Now, if you are a diehard person and you need to get that workout in every day, then just do some yoga or something light, moderate, take a walk, something like that. So at least you're still moving, but you're not going to be overexerting yourself, which can cause your symptoms to get worse. So just listen to your body, adjust accordingly. If you're not that sick and you just have like a head cold, the general rule is, and we're going to go into this a little bit more here in just a few minutes, but the general rule is if your symptoms are from the neck up, then you're probably still good to exercise. You don't want to overdo it still, because you don't want to overexert yourself, but you can do a little bit more lively of a workout. And like I said, we'll come back to this workout stuff in just a few minutes, because I want to get through these other 2 tips that I have for you guys before I kind of dig into that. So tip number 4, another big one, lots of sleep. Lots and lots and lots of sleep. Sleep is your body's regenerative process. That is how you recover from everything. Your body takes that time to just regenerate all of the bacteria and everything that it needs, and you need that rest to help you get back on track. So lots and lots and lots and lots of sleep. And along with that, you should always hydrate as soon as you wake up, because we are always dehydrated in the mornings, or if you've slept for a long time, if you've slept for 8 hours, that's 8 hours you've gone without taking a drink. So you're always going to be dehydrated when you first wake up. So make sure you are hydrating as soon as you wake up. And along with that, I've heard that, and this is still something that I'm kind of like, researching about, but I've heard that it's not good to shock your system with ice cold water as soon as you wake up. You want to drink something more room temperature, that's not like straight out of the fridge, straight out on ice or anything like that. And especially if you're sick and you're going for those warming liquids, then maybe have your cup of hot water first thing as soon as you wake up in the morning. Okay, and last tip for you guys, tip number 5, when it comes to medicine, know what you are taking. Obviously, not taking medicine is not completely unavoidable. I mean, you're at some point, if it gets too bad, you're obviously going to have to take a medicine for something, but just know what you are taking. So most medicines aren't actually making your issue better. They're just masking the symptoms. So things like Dayquil, stuff like that, I'll be the first to tell you that I love Dayquil, and Dayquil is one of my best friends, but I know that it's only making me feel better temporarily because it's just masking the symptoms that I have. It's not actually making anything better. Now, that being said, it does have a lot of them have like acetaminophen or aspirin or something in them that will bring, if you have a fever, will bring that down, and that's good. But as far as the other symptoms go, coughing and stuff like that, it's all just a temporary mask to make you feel better, and then temporarily, but it's not actually making your symptoms go away faster. It's just helping you cope with it longer. So some good at-home recipes, some good at-home things that you can do instead of medicine is salt water. Dissolve a half a teaspoon of salt in some hot water and gargle with it if you have a sore throat. Obviously, you don't want to drink salt water because that's gross, but if you just gargle with it in your throat, the warm water and the salt will help soothe. Honey is another really good one instead of medicine for sore throat, but also if you just eat 2 teaspoons of honey, that's really good for a cough suppressant. So it will coat your throat, it will line kind of the whole way down and keep you from hacking up a lung. And then obviously if you have a fever or you have inflammation or something like that, you want to stick to either ibuprofen or acetaminophen. Tylenol is generally not good for you. I know Advil and some of the other ones, a lot of people swear by them, but you want to try to keep it as basic as possible. So ibuprofen and acetaminophen are going to be your 2 best go-tos for pain relief or inflammation relief if you really need it, or fever relief as well. And we all know with the flu, you know, the fever, you get achy, stuff like that. So you can take a hot bath to soak if you have achy muscles, or you can, you know, if you have a personal massager or something like that. But as far as medicine goes, I would stick with ibuprofen or acetaminophen as for your 2 biggest go-tos. And then obviously I'm not a healthcare professional, I'm not a doctor, so listen to your body. If your symptoms are really that bad, if you have a cold that lasts longer than 5 days, you have a really high fever, you've got a really severe sore throat, or you're swollen, or if you're having like chest pain or face pain, obviously you need to go see a doctor, get checked out, and possibly get a medication for whatever you need. So just use your head, use common sense. If it's just a head cold, obviously you'll probably be okay in a few days, but if you're really, really feeling some of these symptoms and they're really, really severe, then you need to go to the doctor and get checked and make sure it's not something more severe. So last thing I want to give you guys as far as tips for beating a cold quickly is concerned, I found this online on dailymail.com. Take that for whatever you might think of it. It's not necessarily the most reputable site, but they had on there a breakdown of how to beat a cold in 24 hours. So I thought it'd be interesting to share with you guys. They basically lay it out hour by your day of things you can do that are supposed to help you bust through a cold really fast. So you can take these however you want, but I wanted to share these with you guys anyways because I thought it was really interesting. So it starts at 7 a.m. Wake up. First thing you're going to do is take a hot shower. Obviously, it's going to open up your sinuses, maybe even help with some achy muscles, things like that. So first thing, 7 a.m., hot shower. 8 a.m., eat breakfast. They suggest having orange juice, obviously vitamin C, and oatmeal and berries. Oatmeal is warm, it's going to feel good on your throat, and it's good for you. And then your berries obviously provide those antioxidants that you need to help you get better. So that's 8 a.m. 9 a.m., it says bundle up, wear warm clothes, especially if you have a fever and you're feeling cold. You know, sometimes the best thing to do is just sweat it out. So put on a little bit of extra heavy clothing, keep yourself warm throughout the day. 10 a.m., steam your face. We all know, I don't know if you've ever done this. I know I've done this when I was a little kid. Sometimes we would boil water on the stove to kind of, you know, put some humidity in the air. If you just boil some water and stand over it, that's obviously going to help open up your sinuses, which, you know, if you didn't already do that from your hot shower in the morning, or maybe you're reclogged and you need to unclog again, that's a really good suggestion for that. And another thing, I know that they make those like little Vicks things. They make tablets you can like throw down in your shower, and when the hot water gets on them, it vaporizes in the shower. They make those cups that you can put a tablet in and pour hot water in, and then you just kind of carry that around with you and sniff it all day. So those are really good ways for opening up your sinuses as well if you're really, really blocked. And they said 10 a.m. is also when you should take your medicine if you need it. So if you need to take ibuprofen, or if you need a cough suppressant, or if you need some other sort of medicine, then 10 a.m. is the time you want to do that. At midday, you want to try and go for a walk. So I know we're going to go into why exercise can actually help you bust through a cold faster here soon. But if you're up to it and you're not like totally dying on the couch from the flu, try to get up and move around a little bit. It's going to help you, one, get out of that mental, oh, I'm dying state, and two, get your body moving, get your blood flowing, things like that. Okay, so that was noon. 1 p.m. Or around lunchtime, you're going to be eating lunch, obviously. They suggested eating a chicken Caesar salad. Chicken has a lot of protein. Salad, obviously, is good for you. It's not going to have a whole lot of sugar and calories. You know, try to keep it light on the dressing and all the croutons and all the extra stuff you put on there. Vegetables, obviously, are good. But that protein is really, really going to help you build up immunity. It's going to help you fight off those bacteria faster. 3 p.m., have a cup of tea. So it's the afternoon, you might need a little bit of a pick-me-up. You might be feeling, kind of sluggish. We all get that kind of like afternoon snooze. So you get that little bit of an energy boost from the natural caffeine in tea, or if you're drinking decaf tea, obviously you're not going to get that, but get a little bit of that boost from the tea, and also the warm is going to help your throat, open up your sinuses. And then it kind of skips on to 6 o'clock, so right around dinner time. They suggest eating curry, which goes back to what we were talking about with spicy foods, how spicy foods can kind of help, but once again, open up your sinuses, and spicy foods are good for you for, speeding up your metabolism and things like that. So dinner time, eat something spicy. 8 p.m., soak in a hot bath. So you've made it through the whole day, maybe you're still feeling achy, or maybe you just want to relax. Sometimes it's nice just to take a hot bath. So 8 p.m., soak in a hot bath. And the last thing they say, 10 p.m., is to obviously get your 8 hours of sleep. So make sure no matter what, you're getting in your water and you're getting in your sleep, especially when you're sick. I know this weekend, it kind of crept up on me. I was totally fine Saturday, most of Sunday, and like Sunday around dinner time, I started to feel a little bit strange. I got kind of tired. I was like, I'm going to go lay down for a nap. I'll just take like an hour nap or something. Laid down at 5 o'clock and didn't wake back up till 2 in the morning. So, obviously I didn't go to school on Monday. I spent like all of Monday in bed, basically sleeping too. So your body is sending you signals that you're tired, you're exhausted. It needs that time to reset. So make sure you're getting at least that 8 hours of sleep, so you know that you are ready to go whenever it's time, or whenever you're feeling better. It's going to help you get better faster. Okay, so that was our rundown of how to beat a cold in 24 hours. So dailymail.com, thank you for that. So real quick, just to go back through my tips really fast: hydrate, eat healthy, adjust your workout schedule if you're a workout every day kind of person, listen to your body, get lots and lots of sleep, and be careful of the medicines and the remedies that you're using, over-the-counter stuff. Okay, so now let's go into a little bit more. I'm not going to take up a whole lot of time, but I want to go into a little bit more about why exercise can actually be really, really beneficial for you if you are sick. Obviously, like I said before, if you are having really bad symptoms like the flu, you have fever, you have like really bad chest congestion or chest pain, or you're feeling really, really achy and tired, then you might want to take it easy, maybe do some yoga or low intensity, or just nix the workout altogether. But generally speaking, if your symptoms are neck up, so, just stuffy nose, runny nose, cough, that kind of thing, it's not in your chest, but like a throat cough kind of thing, you're probably still good to work out. So why is exercise good whenever you're sick? Exercise actually boosts your immune system. It allows your blood, obviously get your blood flowing through your body, which could then carry white blood cells around to your body better and help attack those bad bacteria faster. So when you're exercising, you're speeding up your blood pumping, speeding up your blood flow. It's going to help those white blood cells get to where they need to go faster and help you get cured faster. Also, just in general, you guys know that obviously I'm a health coach, so regular exercise is huge. It's everything. It helps you lower the risk for respiratory infections. It also just enhances your health overall in general. You're probably less likely to get sick if you are a person who eats healthy and works out on the regular. And also, think about all the diseases that you can help counteract by exercising. It helps fight diabetes and heart disease and high blood pressure and all these other things that come along with, you know, eating bad and not exercising. So just having a regular exercise routine in your life will help you prevent all those really bad diseases, but also help you boost your immune system so you're not getting sick as often. And the American Journal of Medicine actually did a study. I wrote this down because I wanted to make sure I gave this to you guys right. And this was just on women, so for all my girls out there. But the American Journal of Medicine took a study that said women who walked 30 minutes every day for a year had half the amount of sicknesses of people who didn't. So let me say that again. Women who walked 30 minutes a day, every day, for a year, had half the amount of sickness of those who didn't. And you guys, a 30-minute walk is not hard. And also, all of the programs that I do and that we promote as health coaches are all 30-minute at-home workouts. So if you can make time to do that 30-minute walk, you can make time to do a 30-minute workout. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy cardio, crazy intensity. It can just be 30 minutes of yoga, 30 minutes of stretching, a 30-minute walk outside, a 30-minute walk on the treadmill, you know, something like that. It doesn't have to be overboard, but it will literally, every day, if you do a 30-minute workout, will cut your sickness in half. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it's not surprising, but it's still crazy to think about. So those were just a couple things I wanted to tell you guys about exercising, about how it really actually can help you. Like I said, it's going to help those white blood cells get around faster. It's going to boost your blood flow. It gets you up off the couch and moving around so you're not just, I feel terrible, I'm laying around, and I hate my life. You know, you're kind of you're distracting yourself from the symptoms that you might be experiencing, and you're helping yourself get better faster. So exercise can actually be a good thing whenever you are sick. So the next time you have a little bit of a head cold, and you just want to lay around all day, maybe try adding some motion into your day and see if that helps you out. So, let's see here. Do I have anything else left for you guys? I don't think so. Basically, guys, just listen to your body. It's going to tell you what you need. If you're really feeling terrible and you can't move around, then you just got to take it easy and rest. But if you feel like you can maybe get some motion in, know that that motion is going to help you get better faster. And even though it might not seem like something you want to do at the time, it's definitely going to help you in the long run. So I hope I was able to give you guys some really good tips today on how to beat a cold fast and how to hopefully maybe prevent yourself from getting a cold in the first place. Like I said, if you have any other remedies, comments, anything like that, drop them below. I'm going to take a look here as soon as I'm done. And I want to thank you guys all for joining me again tonight for episode 4 of our Wellness Chat Wednesday. I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in with me and that I'm able to do this for you every single week. I hope you are enjoying it as well. If you don't follow me already on Facebook, make sure you hit the follow on this page so that you get notifications every Wednesday when I go live and other times when I go live, because I go live randomly too. And if you're not already on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram at Allie Barassi. And I hope to see you guys next week. Thank you all for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday night. See you soon.